to you by Emma Hanna, musician/actress. Whether it be exclusive pictures, fan art, or the latest news, it has it all. You can't be a fan of Emma Hanna without going to this site. So check it out at shyranger.com.
Tell me about the movie we're going to do, that little...
We're gonna do like a movie, and we're gonna do a movie, and then we plan it out when they're done.
Yeah, it's like I do at my schools. I do like these little short films, and everybody gets a part in it. So she's got a part coming up in a short film, just something we put on YouTube or something. But she loves it. Remember that one time you did, Jenna? You dressed up as the Black Ranger, and your mommy was the villain. And remember? And we did like I know the shortcuts of films too. So like I'll hold her foot up in the camera. We'll do a flying sidekick, and the feet will land and all this. So I edited it all together. It looks pretty cool. Remember that?
No way I did that.
Yeah, all right. Sometimes I hear my voice on TV, and it's like, HBO show the movie or something like that. But yeah, I'm so used to it. It's been so many years hearing the same stuff over and over again, So I try to play different episodes for her. She's only allowed to watch the seasons I'm in, though. I swear. I'm like, turn that season off. What is that? SPD, turn off. Yes. More Phenomenal. What's funny? We were talking about that with Johnny. Johnny's band, Maurice and the drummer just texted me because Johnny was talking about doing maybe a music video with me fighting and him in the cage and stuff. So Maurice texted me and was like, dude, that's so More Phenomenal, however you spell it, So, but you know what though? It actually, when they came, that word went away, the More Phenomenal word. So we just used it for a while. So really, I just, almost forgot it until someone mentioned that the other day. Yeah, well, you got to build up to it. I want to, you just got to build up to it. You got to get smart fights, build up to it. It's kind of like being like a main actor in a movie, like you'll see somebody and be like, where'd he come from? But then if you look in their past, you'll see like they were an extra like Brad Pitt, and then you see, everybody else kind of doing stuff. You got to work your way into that, I like to, Kimbo did. I know Kimbo's just a street fighter, but I mean, he won Houston Alexander, so Dancing with the Stars. I would lose on that one. Dancing is not my thing. I would definitely lose on that thing. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, Chuck Liddell did it. Yeah. I talked to Dave a little bit, Steve. I've contacted Austin 1,000 times regarding that fight. He never gets back to me. Amy, she emails. She just had a baby, so I talked to Amy. Johnny, of course. I'm not talking to him anymore after those stories, though. And then, who else? No one from Dino Thunder. Well, Jeff's cool and Kevin's cool. I talked to Kevin a little bit, the Blue Ranger from Dino Thunder, a little bit. And then I kind of lost contact with all. I know they're out there, but I just really don't stay that close with everybody. Walter, I haven't talked to him forever. So, I haven't talked to him in a long time. I don't think nothing was really that hard on the show. I think the thing that really took a lot of time was just the difficult part was they work us like crazy, working 6 days a week, 16-hour days. So I think the most difficult part was holding it all together, for might wake up, be in a bad mood, and then you gotta say like something stupid, cheesy, so you gotta that's the hardest part. People are like, that's so easy to say, but it's like not really, not when you don't feel like going, whoa, big cockroach, and you gotta move all these different, that acting's like, it's kind of weird. It's not like anything else, but just kind of holding it together and shooting out a sequence. I've done so many episodes, I really honestly, when she watches, sometimes I watch and I don't remember me doing them. That's how many episodes I've done. I kind of watch like an outsider. I don't watch and say, oh, there's me. I remember this, or line from line. I don't know my lines. I'll have to watch it over again, and that's just, you do 4 scripts a week, you're reading all these different lines, we're intercutting them, you're jumping from one episode to another episode to another episode, and just trying to keep track of everything, continuity-wise. They let me choreograph a lot of my fight scenes, because I was like a real martial arts guy. When I started, Johnny Bosch, he's got very good talent, but none of the guys, well, Steve was a black belt. But other than that, though, not a lot of guys were like certified black belts or like real, karate people in the beginning. So I don't know Austin. I still don't know his background, really, to be honest with you. I'm not just saying that I don't know. I just know that when you're a black belt and you call them degrees. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a first-degree black belt. I'm a second-degree black belt. And if you're really educated into the martial arts, then you'll know that's what you say. So when I first met Austin, he's like, I'm a 2-stripe black belt. And I just kind of, all his credentials went out the window for me. You just don't say stuff. If you're a real black belt like that, you just don't say. But anyway, needless to say, they all practiced. You know, Walter didn't formally have a black belt. He did good. He did his hip-hop Aikido or whatever he did. And Dave was a gymnast. And Amy was a gymnast. So I put all my stuff together. You know, Twee, I helped her out to get her audition, put something together for her to get her part when I got hired. So really just, you still rocking out the eye shine, still in your head? Yeah. So the drummer's pretty good, Maurice, man. He was good on that. I mean, he's fast. Crazy. Yeah, he was. So, but yeah, I would do most of my own stuff. Bulk and Skull, they're funny. You know, on camera, off camera, that's just really how they are. You know, I mean, to an extent. Paul's a very funny guy. Narvi's very funny. They really got into their role, but they are both funny guys. Even Offset, you know. They did so much that we couldn't even really show on TV. You know, they're funny. Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't regret anything from doing that show. You know, I do know that when I started the show, everybody doubted it. Everybody, you know. People doubting it, thinking it's not going to hit. You know, that show's never going to air. I tried to get an agency, try to go to the agency, and they turned me down. They're like, oh, that show's never going to hit TV. So, you know, it's just kind of good to do a show that actually, like, everyone will go, oh, we should have took you when we could, you know, at that time. But, yeah, I would do it all over again. It was good working with my brother. See, my brother's the crazy one. Johnny don't know. Those stories come from my brother. It was funny. My brother was a good guy. He just, you know, he was just a funny guy on set, and you know, working with him was pretty weird. But he played my brother, so you know, he was really nervous. Like my brother's a funny guy, but when it was time for shooting, he was just, you know, I was like, relax, dude. You know, I do this all the time, so I had my time to get nervous. My 10 episodes or so. But I was just so natural. Now it's just so easy, you know, just to relax and stuff. So I kept telling him to relax and all this other stuff. But yeah, he would do crazy stuff. Yeah, he would. But he's just a funny guy. The only story that really came behind that was Doug Sloan and Ann Knapp, who were friends of mine at that time. We're still friends, if they want to be friends. But just called me and said, look, you know, I mean, we need to boost ratings up. You know, we need to boost ratings. And we need to boost ratings, and we need you back, and would you come back for us? You know, a possibility we could save our job and all this other stuff. And I went back for him, and, you know, and that was pretty much the last time I ever talked to those two people. So I have a long history with Ann Knapp and Doug Sloan. Doug was my first acting coach. Then he became a writer on the show, and then all this other stuff. And I liked them both, but I just don't know what happened. We lost contact, and, you know, so Ann's a good girl. I don't know where they're both at right now. I'm sure with another company or something, but they do a lot of stuff. We wrote a show together called Trip Hansen, which was kind of like a teenage spy thing at the time. Universal bought it, and then, you know, we got paid for it, but they never made it, the show. And then, so we did a season of, a pilot called Sirens that we did, that you know, that I was in there playing the bad guy and all that stuff. So with these 3 girls that were singers. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Really? I'll dig that out and put that thing on YouTube then, because I got it. I got that episode. All right. Well, Brad Hawkins, you know, from VR Troopers, he was in that, and I was in it, and the girls were in it. They were like singing like mermaids, but like that would morph into stuff. I don't know what it was about. It was just kind of like they were mermaids, and like I just knew I was a bad guy. That's all. So the pilot looked cool though, looked good. And there were 3 girls that had like a gold record. They were like popular singers. I think one of them's now, I don't know, one of them's in a big band. I don't really know. I'll dig it out and put it on YouTube or something.
Oh, so you mean Wild Orchid? You mean that girl?
Maybe. Yeah, what's her name?
She's 30. She's now Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, it was Wild Orchid, I think. Yeah. What's her real name?
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have hooked up with her. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But you're right. That's the only time you're right, because that was her name. Stacy. Yeah. That's who it was. See? They should have bought that season.